All right, I think we are live. I guess titles are updated. All right. Oh, where is that audio coming from? Yeah. Let me tweet about this. Alright, tweet is now looking good. Sent. Yep. Cool. Let's update the current task. What would that be? Update benchmark project. So we have an Android benchmark project here, and I want to update the dependencies to the latest. Then we can cut a branch from that. We have a compose version that doesn't have to do anything with today's test. What else do we have? What else? And these dependencies are fine. I think we can cut a branch. Now OkHttp Interceptors. First we need obviously OkHttp. So how do we install that? We say gpm install OkHttp, and that is going to add OkHttp to our Gradle with the latest version. For some reason it didn't add, I guess. Or did it? No. Do we have any OkHttp? No. What happened then? It added. Oh, it's added. That's nice. Let's sync it. Alright, G. Okay, I think we have the interceptor. Sorry, OkHttp. What do we need? What do we need next? I think we need we'll check how's the benchmark result look for now for a sample test. I think I probably have a benchmark test in here. Right? I should have. Yes, I do have a benchmark test. What does it do? It checks for the hello world, and I think that's it. There's a test tag I'm expecting, and it's the label hello world test tag. Do we have the test tag in here for that? Second screen, yes, it has. Let's run that sample benchmark and see how the result looks like. It's been some time I ran this benchmark test. So let's try run that. Should be running now. No, I think I should. Can I execute it like this? Yeah. These are emulator proto. I think it's installing the SDK or what? Why it's downloading proto? Should be SDK stuff, I guess. Okay, it's starting the benchmark. How many tests are we running in here? We have 15 iteration. Should have reduced that, but it's okay for now. Why the benchmark tests are not starting in the device? Should I try bum the benchmark version? Which one we are using now? We are using 120 beta 1 and we have 130 alpha. Is that the latest version? Is that the latest version? Benchmark macro JUnit 4. That is the latest version. 130 alpha 1. Let's look at the change log and see if there is anything. Is there anything important? Renamed bunch of APIs, added measure repeat on main thread. So main thread benchmark someone you can avoid triggering NAS, especially during frame timing, GFX, informatic, and experimental alternate implementation of frame memory with the measurement coming directly from the platform rather than the extracted of the perfect or trace. I think measurement things, yes, we have few changes over there. Several changes to trace section metric, add mode min, mode max. What are those? Add label argument to override section name as metric label, added mode name to output clarify metric meaning. Change default to sum as most uses of the sum metric. I think we should bump our compose benchmark version to 130. The update looks significant, so yeah. Then the UI automator, let's also update that. I'm not sure what's in there, but let's keep it up to date. What is this? 230, yes. And what about what's going on with that test? It got timed out. Why? I'm not sure. But let's do one thing. Let's uninstall the benchmark and test. What's that test? Okay, we'll try it again with the latest version. Time I will scratch out what we are going to do now. So we are going to benchmark how many interceptors, let's say OkHttp interceptors will take it to slow down an API request. To answer things we need to find this number of OkHttp interceptors has anything to do with API time and custom abstraction versus OkHttp interceptors. So in here I'm planning to implement more like a interceptor thing, but you know, we will have the same number of interceptors logics, but we won't be using the OkHttp interceptor. We will be only using one interceptor and custom classes for those different interceptions. Let's first find out this. Yeah, this is still taking time. What is it doing right now? This got timed out. I think we can stop this. How do I stop this? Clicking here. Yep, let's sing it again. And this should download the latest benchmark versions, like the benchmark library. Oh, what is this? Looks alien to me. Okay, we have the latest benchmark version. We probably will have some syntax issues. No, fine. Let's reduce the iteration to 5. What else do we have? What are the other metrics we have in this SDK? KLMB is now following. Thanks for the follow. I have 6 people online or 4 people online. Is there any issue with the audio, background music or anything? Like, I hope the font size is visible. Let's look at the metric class. What else do we have? We have frame timing metric. Okay. I think we had something like a startup metric also. Yeah, startup timing metric. Frigid Blade 7. All good. Thanks, man. Thanks for confirming that. We'll also add our startup time metric. Actually, we don't need frame timing metric for this because we are not doing anything with the frames. We are just checking how much time does it take to finish the request. Okay. Now let's we have a 5, we have a cold startup mode, press home, start activity wait. We are checking if the benchmark works or not first. Let's execute this and see what happens. It's doing something. So this template I'm using is here, Android benchmark. So I use this template for almost all benchmarking. I usually go to the master branch that has the basic setup, and then I cut branches for whatever benchmark I have to do. I'm just pasting this link in the chat, so if anyone wants to use it, you are free to use it. Basically it has a app module and a benchmark module and a bunch of dependencies that needed to run the benchmark. Benchmarks are more like, if you are not aware about benchmarks, that those are more like tests, but they have the capability to run the given test n times and get the average and give you P90, P99, those numbers. You can read more about benchmark framework in here. Android benchmark. Yeah, you can read more about it here if you are not aware about this. Let's get back to code. This part is tricky. Sometimes in some certain devices it doesn't run. I don't know if it's the issue with my device or but sometimes it doesn't run. I have a second device in here. Let's we can start this. Wait a second, my charger, it's there. This one I think should charge. Thank you, definitely useful resource. We'll take a look. Sure. Let's turn this on. Okay, there we go. It doesn't have battery at the moment. And it's not charging also, which is not expected. It should charge. Okay, it's charging. Let it charge. Meanwhile, we will check with this Pixel. It's showing starting test 1 on Pixel. I don't think it's going to work. We'll do one thing. We will boot up an emulator, but I'm not sure if sometimes I think previously we were not able to run the test on emulators. You will get an error saying that you should run the benchmark on actual device. But let's give it a try since we don't have a benchmark device ready. Which emulator we should go for? We'll go for API 28, and let's first run the app in it. Okay, should come up this now. Okay, we have the emulator ready. Okay. Okay, we have the app running. Now let's try to run the benchmark. Yeah, startup benchmark run. Okay. Do we still need the Android like actual device to run benchmark? I'm not sure, but oh yeah, I think we can pass a flag right now. We can say suppressor simulator. Okay, where do I put this? I should put this inside default config, and that should be inside sample in a benchmark module. Okay, inside benchmark module we can say yeah, suppress benchmark emulator warning. That's not what I'm expecting, but let me try this. And this is probably the KTS script. I'm not sure the equivalent of this equivalent Gradle script for this, but Kichimo, thanks for the follow. Let's try this. I think this will fail because this is not the correct syntax for setting an array item. How do I find the Gradle version of this? Like this should be KTS, right? Let's ask ChatGPT. Let me do one more thing. Let me change the ChatGPT theme to dark. Yeah. What's this is Kotlin script. Give me Gradle version of this. How do you get those suggestions? Which suggestions? The one that you see after adding the comment, that's GitHub Copilot. But this is not Gradle, right? This is KTS. Is this Gradle? I think that is Gradle. Oh, I didn't know that. It looked like KTS to me. Gradle script usually is alien. Okay, now let's go to Android benchmark, then run it again. I hope this time it runs. Until our Redmi is ready and charged, we will rely on the emulator to run the test. Oh, it's running. It's running. Yep. And once you have like 5 iteration, what is this? Unable to read any metrics during benchmark. Okay, check that if you are performing the operation to be measured. For example, if you start a primary, you are starting an activity for the specific package in the measure block. I am starting. Is there anything else I need to do? Wait, let's try frame time metric first, and then we can, let's first make this thing work, then we can modify things. So I'm falling back to frame time metric. Should have reduced the iteration count to something 3 or 2 or something. Yeah, it's working. It's working. At least one result is necessary. What does it mean? What does it mean? At least one result is necessary. What do you mean by that? Metric result. Let's sample metric result. At least one result is necessary. Hey Aaron, how's it going? Doing good, man. How's it going? How's life? How's work? Yeah, we have an open issue. I'm not surprised. What is this? We should search for that in here. Yeah, what is a feature request? Sometime I get exception probably that some metrics didn't provide the same result. I think the minimal thing to improve is at least add information about the metric so you can investigate more why this happened. What is this? This looks like a new error. Why is this happening? Did you guys change any of the guide? Do I need anything else? Set up the app. I have all these. I have 2 modules. I have the fallback also, I guess. Matching fallback I do have, and then flavors also. I think I should have those. This is optional. I don't need this. Try using Copilot chat if you have as that chat. Try using Copilot chat if you have as that's GPT-4. Yeah, I do have Copilot, but how do I use this thing for debugging? Like, can we use that for finding why this is happening? Or you're saying I should open the Copilot chat, right? Okay. Copilot chat. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Simply copy paste tag trace. Okay, let me do that. Oh, what happened? Where is my stack trace? Yeah. The error message is thrown by the metric result constructor. The error is thrown at this. This could be that the benchmark tests are not producing any. Wait. The benchmark tests are not producing any result. This could be because of the tests are running correctly, or the tests are not running correctly, or they are not configuring the benchmark result. We don't have to explicitly collect this, right? Measure repeated is the only method we have. What else do we have in here? Apply interval. I don't think we need to do anything else in here to get the. It has a reference to your open files in the IDE and can better answer your queries as opposed to. Yeah, I see. I haven't used this. Like, does it give like like good solutions, or it hallucinates like ChatGPT? Like, how is it working for you? Okay. I don't think we have to do anything else to in here, but let's look at the documentation. See, we have the press home in the setup block, and we have a start activity and wait, which should start the default launch activity, which is what I want. The run benchmark, I think think that's it, right? Startup time metric, frame time metric, trace section metric. It's really good for me. Writing UTs, documentation explanation are much better now. Try / and gives you suggestion. Try fix in here. Oh, fix problems and compile errors. Wow, so it gets the stack trace from here. Based on the provided context and the error message. 1895. Thanks for the follow, man. How is it going? What are you working on? Okay. Wait. This is interesting. Based on provided context and error message, there seems to be only one problem related to the benchmark test and not producing results. Benchmark test not producing a result. The error message indicates that the benchmark tests are not producing any result. This could be due to the test not running correctly. Okay. What is the fix? After called frame time metric, startup metric, I think it added a new metric. I don't think that's the issue. Let me copy paste this. Let me copy the entire code block and paste it here and then just try to run it again. Kichimo needed if, yes, exactly. A diff will be so helpful in here. But I think we can see the diff in the final file. Yes, these are the chain section. It just added a new metric. I'm not sure if it's going to work. It didn't work. Or is it okay? It didn't work at all. It learn as you go. It fits just it. Okay, I'll keep using it. But for this test, let's try to execute the file rather than to execute the specific test. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but let's give it a try. We have a new device booting up. I'm not sure if it's related to the emulator we are using, or if probably because it's API 28 and it probably couldn't get the result from it. We have a new device ready. Let's do one thing. Let's get this boy running first. Okay, how do I run this? I unplug this and plug it. Oh my god. Yes. I think we have the device. It's a low power device actually. And why it blinked? It's fine. Let's unplug Pixel. I don't need this device for now. Let's focus on this device. Is this available in here? Yes, it is. Let's close the emulator and let's run this test on this device. Wait, but this looks familiar. You just have to run the test again. Anyone watch Shogun? The new series in Hotstar. Small request: if you can reduce the music volume a bit, it helps that you hear better. Of course, I can do that. How about now? Okay, we have, oh, the device doesn't have enough battery. That is also a kind of violation. So what we need to do is we need to add low battery. We need to suppress that. So rather than suppressing emulator, now we will say low battery. I think by the time we finish this test, we will have some good amount of batteries, so we can remove this later. But reduce too much. Okay, I need real-time update in here. How about now? Arun? Cool. All right. Okay, we have the new suppression added. But I think this device will be able to run this test if we can, or we will do one thing. If this device can't run this test, we will roll back to our old macro benchmark version, and then we can continue work on that new version. Probably this doesn't work with the device I have, or has some kind of issue. Juan Unsu is now following. Thanks for the follow, mate. Okay, we have the startup test running. Finger crossed. Why it's not starting up? Any of you guys have experience running benchmark test, or is this the first time you are seeing this or trying this? I always have issues with this device not running or test taking time. Sometimes it just doesn't run, it just stays in here and then say timeout. First time. Okay. We'll wait for 30 more seconds. We'll wait for like 2 minutes, and then if it doesn't work, if it still stays here, we will roll back our benchmark version to the old working version. Yeah. Can you talk a bit about how it helped you, if it's really worth spending efforts on it, about its maturity as a tool? Yeah, sure. So this benchmark provide different metrics. We have mainly two metrics. One is frame timing metric and another one is start timing metric. So when you have let's say a frozen frame or janky frame, frozen frame as in frozen frames are frames that takes more than 700 ms to render, and janky frames are frames that takes 16 ms, like takes more than 16 ms to render. So if you have those kind of scenarios, if your Play Store number tells you that this much of users have oh, it's running, it's a good thing. Yeah, if your Play Store numbers says that you have 50% users are having frozen frames or 30% users are having frozen frame, one thing you can do is do the tracing, the perfecto tracing, and look at the numbers. And once you have the culprit of your frozen frame, you probably need to run a before and after to understand what's the difference. Did you fix the actual culprit, or was that more like a false alarm? To verify this, you need to provide numbers, you need to see the numbers like before and after. Manually looking into those numbers, manually running the benchmarks is time consuming. So they built this macro benchmark framework, which ultimately using the GFX info command inside the ADB. So if you look in, if you search for GFX info, GFX info is ADB command, I guess. Yeah. So GFX info is more like ADB command, which will give you how many frames rendered and how many frames were janky frames, how many frames were frozen frame, how many frames were. It will give you the complete histogram of the frames rendered. Okay, but that will only give you for one iteration. Okay, now this tool helps you define the number of iteration you need to run, and this will calculate the P90 numbers. P90 means the worst 10% numbers, and P99 similar worst 1%, and it will give you a proper result. The result will look like this. Once you have the working benchmark, yes, we have a working benchmark. The result will look like this. This will tell you how much time it took to actually render the first frame, which is the initial display, and the full display is more like a custom logic you have. Like for example, for Netflix, let's take Netflix. For the initial display is where you see the first frame of Netflix, and the full display is probably once you reach the home page, or there is a method called report fully drawn, which will actually mark this full display. You can read more about this in the benchmark, but the idea is that this framework helps you get these numbers easily. You can focus on your fix, or you can concentrate on your actual problem and forget about measuring and rerunning and all those things. So once you have this metric, you can copy this. Let's say you can copy this in here, and you can run it again with your after code, which will give you similar metrics, like the similar format of metrics. I'll show you one more tool in there to see the actual difference in a graph. This tool doesn't give you any graphs. This will just give you numbers, and at certain point you will have to run this before like multiple times. You probably will get different numbers. To average this out, you will have to run 2 befores and 2 afters, and to visualize that it's a bit hard. So I have a tool to show that. Let me get the result first, and then we can look into those tools also. Is it meant to be used only for the home page flow? No. You can use this for any flow. So the benchmark provide 2 blocks. One is the setup block, and the other lambda is called the measure block. Inside the setup block, you can include the flow until you reach the page you want to benchmark. For example, let's say we take WhatsApp, for example. You only want to measure the chat screen, not the contact screen. So you will write the script to reach until the chat screen, and if you want to measure the chat screen interaction, you will be adding those interactions in the measure block. This press home, whatever you mention in here, it won't be measured. Only the measure block script will be measured. Okay, now we have the second benchmark. Now let's say this is our after and this is our before. You can go to bench chart, which is hosted in GitHub, and you can simply paste this data in here and it will show the difference. Like this is our before and this is our after. So it will show you what's the difference and what's improvement, and you can include this in your PR to improve your PR confidence, or this makes the reviewers as well as others job easier. So this tool will give you the numbers in percentage. This tool just visualize the data you give. You can have 2 befores and 2 afters. You can have n number of befores and n number of after. In fact, you can have n number of categories and n number of items in here. It will automatically averageize this for you. But yeah, let's come back to the actual problem. We have a working code now. Let's do one thing. Since we fixed our benchmark, let's switch back to our master branch, and let's say bum benchmark libs, and let's push this, and then get back to our test branch and merge the master. Okay, cool. Now the master branch will have the up-to-date code which we can use later. Now let's concentrate on the actual problem in here. We are not interested on frame timing metric. We are not measuring frame times here. We are measuring something different. We need to measure if the number of interceptors has an impact on our network request. To do this, first we need to include our OkHttp library, and we can minimize the benchmark module. Now we can go to our app module. We have the OkHttp library added in here, and I'm not doing any compose stuff in this, so I'm going to it's okay to have compose. We will remove our screen navigation also. We won't have any first screen or second screen. It's just one screen. Okay, now we can have a button. When it pressed, it will make an HTTP call, and it will display the result on the screen. And then what? And then it can and then the benchmark can actually verify that how much time does it take to show the result. I think that will be fine. That is the minimal thing we can do in here. So we need a button. Let's turn off Copilot for a second. We don't disable completions. Yeah. Okay, we will have a button in here. First, let's have a box. Why box big? Will create a box with center aligned. We will have, for some reason my IDE is too slow today. I think I need to reboot my IDE. There is something wrong with this IDE today. Let me close this and start this again. Yep. Okay. So the button will be start network call, and let's have this in a, oh wait, this should be a button, right? So on click, what's that called? Box, full box code. That's a live template I created. It's called box big. It's a custom one. Well, let's have this in here. Let's have the text with start network call. Why are you complaining? Can only happen in composable function. Okay, I think we need to get the button first. Yeah, and on clicking this, we need to perform a network request. Okay. We'll add a view model. Or do we need a view model? We don't actually need a view model. We'll try without a view model and see if we can build this out. Yes. And now we need multiple interceptors. And should we create one interceptor and add it multiple times, or should we create 100 interceptors? How do we do this? We can do one thing. We can have one interceptor which let's create an interceptor. Bad interceptor. Okay, interceptor, and this will be extending our OkHttp interceptor. And how does it usually work? You can okay, wait, I think we need Copilot in here. Okay, add 10 different headers to the request. Yes, and then this. Okay, and first we will test with just one interceptor. We will test with and without interceptor. So we'll start with very basic things. We'll go to our benchmark. We will rename this to interceptor benchmark, or let's keep it in there. Let's copy this and create a new one. We can use this if something breaks to verify that benchmark actually works or not. So we can call this interceptor benchmark, and we can remove can you share your list of those hot keywords? Yes, we can look into our live templates. I think most of this, it won't make sense to you because these are probably something that I use a lot. For you it might be different, but yeah, I can go through mine. So this one, the one hyphen simply adds the start time, and the two hyphens actually, minus the number that you defined below and just prints a log. This I think is from the XML age. It just add two constraints, again constraint. This creates a boolean state. This is the box big, and this again XML age. This is the compose test rule, and bunch of stupid ones. This is the launched effect, and yeah, that's about it. But as I said, this, like, you probably have a different set of live template. Your workflow will be different, my workflow will be different. So if you find yourself copy pasting code from different areas, then you should definitely visit your live templates and probably explore these options. This is really useful. Yeah, let's get back to this. So first, let's just add some plans to our Scratch file. First test, so we are going to benchmark these items. First we'll benchmark without interceptor, okay, and then we will then we will have one interceptor, then we will have 10 interceptor, then we will have 100, then again we will add another 0, another 0, another 0, and then we will have one big one. I don't know if it is going to work, but we will have these number of benchmarks. So first we need something we need without interceptor. Okay, first let's create an interceptor. This interceptor simply adds 10 headers. And now we need to go to our activity, and we will have we can create our OkHttp client here, and we will create we'll rely on the Copilot here. Create OkHttp interceptor and attach our bad interceptor, right? Yeah, bad interceptor. Okay, interceptor. Okay, that was simple. Now we need speaker deck app performance app. What is this? Okay, you have more message. Would it be possible to create a gist of this list? I can, but as I said, I don't know if you will be able to, if it's going to be helpful for you or not. But yeah, I'll try to do it sometime later. It would be a productivity booster for sure. Sure. Yeah, I will share. Yeah, I'll try it. But what is this? Speaker deck app performance benchmark in Android. Okay, this is from Gojek. Is this an article or this is a slide? Quick start benchmark. One does not simply do benchmark on production module. Yeah, you need a different set of modules and all those things. Set up benchmark. Yeah, this is actually really helpful for beginners. Yes, that slide talks about setting debuggable to false. Yeah, you need a benchmark variant, especially for Compose apps. You need a release variant or close to release variant which doesn't have any progot rules enabled. Yes. Let's get back to this. We'll make the network call in here. We have an OkHttp client, and okay, which API should we have? What's the do we have a public APIs? I think we can use a GitHub API, right? Just make a network call to get the list of repos of GitHub user the Apache 64. Okay, what is this? Okay, this will solve the network call and we can measure. Okay, where is the code, bro? Let's use Rock and Morty API. Yeah, let's use this then. Let's go to the documentation. I hope they have a REST. Yeah, they have a REST API. Base URL characters. Yeah, let's use this. Yeah, let's use this. I think we need to construct a request first, right? It's been some time. I created a network request. Request builder and base URL. Yes, URL is going to be this. And then how do we make this response? Request. Sorry, OkHttp client new execute. Fine. And yes, response body. This probably going to give us a net main thread error. We can have this inside a side effect. Yeah, we can have this inside a side effect, and from there we can switch the context. Okay. Yeah, I just want to try this without using view model. I think it's been some time I did this. We can have this flag, and if is network call in progress, I think we don't have to do anything here now. This autopilot or copilot is on work here. Okay, and I think I'll still get this blocking call. No, should I switch this to a background thread? Do we have with context in here? Okay. Okay, let's see how it works. Let's see if it works or not first. Yes, let's launch the app. Let's see what we have. I think I will share device mirroring, enable physical device mirroring, apply. Okay, yep. The current task will be benchmarking with and without interceptor. That's our current task. Okay, we have the button ready. Where is our logcat? We have the response in here. Okay, let's click this, and yes, our app crashed. Permission, obviously we didn't add the permission. If ChatGPT, if Copilot can add this, I think great. It knows why we are there. Let's again run this. Yeah, classic error. We have the button. We'll fire this. App didn't crash. Good thing. We have the result. Cool. I want to test one more thing. What happens if I don't have a with context in here? I think it's I'm not sure. Let's see. What 10 years of Android dev? Yeah, still if we forget to, yes, network on main thread we will get. Should have saw that coming. A good interview question, by the way. Not this down, please, Aaron. What happens? You call this in a launched effect, and without using a dispatcher. Cool. We have the response. What else do we need? We need to update our UI, right? We need something to hold our data. What I'm going to do is I will have something called data, simply enough, and this will be a nullable state first. And if it's not null, I'm just going to display it. If data not equal to null, text and then data. Okay, or I think we can use that, what do you call this, ternary operator. Data text it. This is clean, and when we have the response, what we are going to do is we need to parse this. Like, is this a JSON response? Yes, this is a JSON response, and we need some JSON parsing in here. How do we get JSON parsing? We need the JSON library. The org JSON one. Okay, we have the JSON library. We should have the JSON library now. We'll give it a sync. And I'm going to call this JO root, because that's JSON object root element, and this will be a JSON object. What is GPM? GPM is similar to NPM, but something I created like long way back, like 4 years ago. It basically fetch the dependency from Event Central, and you don't have to worry about the latest version. This library will fetch you the latest version and will update your Gradle with a command on what is this library actually doing. And yeah, just simplifies the dependency adding. Does it work for multi-module project? Not yet, I guess. I haven't tried this on multi-module project. I don't think it supports. I don't remember if I implemented this or not. Usually this kind of thing we need in sample project like this, where we need to add dependencies every day. It's like, in actual enterprise project, you rarely update any dependency, right? And yeah, I don't know if anybody needs multi-module. I haven't used this in any multi-module projects, hence I didn't implement, I guess. But yeah, if you find any use case, please feel free to raise a PR in here if you want to support. Yeah, now where are we now? We have a data object, which, okay, we have the J or root. And how is the structure looks like? We have I think we will simply display the first character name. That's fine, I guess. Our focus is on how much time it takes, not how much data we are pulling in. So let's get the first name. So data will be JO root, and then get JSON array. Get JSON array. What's the key? Results, and then I get JSON object of at the index 1 and get JSON string of the key name. Does that make sense? Yes. And let's do one thing. Let's increase the font size to like 40 SP or something. And we also need a tag for this component to reference it from our test. So we'll add that also. So we'll add test tag, and test tag, this part is tricky. You need, I think we need we need to hard code the test tag in here and use the same in there. So I'm going to call this result tag, and for button also I'm going to add a tag to click it from the benchmark test. How do we call this? We'll call this button tag. As simple as that. Cool. Now we can do one small thing. I'm not sure if it's needed. We can print the how much time it took to actually finish the API call. Okay. So I'm going to measure that. That's the start time, and this is the end time. So we'll say time took network call. Okay. Let's we are not going to use this, or we'll just use this to see the data in logcat. Not important one. Okay, now we have the data. We have one interceptor. Okay, we do not have any control over here. For now, I think, this is going to be a good problem. How are we going to decide how many interceptors need to add? So the answer is we can rely on the activity indent data, and we can pass the number of interceptors needed to add, and then we can use that to run the number of interceptors in here. I'll show you this. I'll show you a sample first. I have already done this, but for a different benchmark. That was for Loti benchmark, I guess. If you look at so this Loti benchmark actually measures two versions of Loti, I guess. I don't remember. I think I did this 7 months ago. Yeah. But the idea of how to pass params from your benchmark to your activity can be seen somewhere in here. You should definitely share your workflow in dedicated separate video, productivity tips, tools used, etc. Yeah. I think I use Raycast as my primary productivity tool. What else? I think that's the major productivity tool I use. Rest of the things I use are more like CLI tools like GPM, few ADB commands, few shell scripts. I use shell scripts a lot for simplifying ADB commands, and that actually depends on, like, for me it's ADB. I use ADB a lot, so most of my shell script are around ADB commands. If, for example, if you have a different workflow where you need to pull some files from AWS or someone and analyze that later, you can write custom script for that. But basically I use ADB script, shell script a lot. I'm not a pro at writing shell script. I only know few things like loops and variables and all those things. I rely mostly on ChatGPT and other AI tools to write script for me, and I use that. Won't be able to show this shell script right now. It has like sensitive information like GitHub keys and all those things spread across, so I won't be able to show that, but I probably will try to write a blog post on something about that. But yeah, let's get back to this thing. Loti benchmark, I don't think that's the one I need to look for. SVG benchmark, I think that will have a sample on how to pass. Yeah, yes. You see this benchmark, SVG benchmark branch checks which library is faster in rendering SVGs. Okay, so this specific benchmark is for PNG benchmark, which I shouldn't have done, but this is for PNG. I think I added it for some other thing. I started with vector benchmark, then I was curious on which is faster on rendering PNG, but yeah, I added that. Now, if you look here, we have a launch with method. I think that's a custom method. You can go to macro benchmark extensions and you will have something like this, where if you look here, you can see we are passing a custom indent for our activity. This is what we need. We need to pass data from in here to the into the activity to decide how many interceptors we need to attach. What's macro benchmark? Is there a micro too? Yes, macro benchmark is mainly for, as far as I know, I'm not a pro in, I don't know what's the difference. I haven't used micro benchmark, but as far as I know, macro benchmark is when you need to test a page or activity or something, whereas micro benchmark when you need to test a specific unit of code like functions or something like that. I haven't used micro benchmark, but that's my understanding. If any of you guys have tried that, please feel free to comment down the chat. Let's copy this code in and let's pass the number of interceptors we need to use from our interceptor benchmark. Okay, we are going to call this, and we need main activity in here. I'm not sure how this got the main activity in here, unless you depend on your app module in here. Yeah, it depends on the app module. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing, but we'll try the same thing. Yeah, this is needed to get the constants out of your main activity. Otherwise, you will have to hard code the keys in two places. This is fine. Let's try this. Okay, now we have the main activity. We need a key to private const val, not tag. We will key number of interceptors. call number of interceptors. Yep, key is ready. Now we'll start passing the value from here. We are going to call this without interceptor. Okay, now if you look here, the structure will be similar for most of our test. We will have a package name, we will have start time metric, we will have the same iteration, we'll have the start time. So we will create a separate class to hold this extension. So micro benchmark will have we'll copy this thing out. I don't want to rewrite it again. Macro benchmark extension, we'll copy this out. We will go in here. Where is this? Yeah. So I'm going to call this micro ext. So sorry, macro ext. And we'll copy this out. We don't need this part. We need this one. And rather than passing the render action, we will pass the number of interceptors. Okay, this will be a int, and we will be passing it in here. And this is not private anymore, this should be public. Now we need to modify this also. We need to modify one more thing. We need to mention a custom action for our activity. This thing for some reason can't launch the activity with just package name or activity name. It needs a custom action. Like it can only work with action, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know if it's fixed or not. I don't want to spend time on that. Action mate works fine. Yeah, with action it just works fine. I'm just going to add this in here. Verifying my package name also. What's my package name in here? Where is my package name? Oh, the package name is in the build Gradle these days. Yeah, package name is, I guess, namespace, right? Yeah, this one. And the action name, what was that? Oh my god, how many manifests you have? Action name, yeah, this is the action name, fine. We need to remove this. We'll call benchmark rule launch with number of interceptors 0 first. Key and everything looks fine. And yeah, then we will have let's try to write this in one line. So this will be one interceptor, and let's try without interceptor. Let's try this manually first, then we will come back to this benchmark. Yeah, where is our activity? Yeah, we need this interceptor out of this thing because we need it in here. We'll call this as a late init. Where is our private late init? Late init var OkHttp client, which is going to be OkHttp client, and the number of interceptors we need to attach will be based on the number we pass in here. How are we going to get this number? We will be getting this from in here, number of interceptor. Yes, default value will be -1, and if number of interceptors equal to -1, yeah, no intercept number of interceptors not found. Let's do that. But there is one catch. If we try to launch it from here, I think we can manage this. We shouldn't do this, but I guess we can. I think we should do this. This is fine. This is this is for a string. How about for integer? I guess it will be EI. Is that it? Ask GPT. Do we have ChatGPT in here? Do we have? No, we don't have. I will go with EI. Should be. Wait, let's verify this. How to pass integer to activity via ADB command. Okay, ES for string. Why? Where is for int? What's for int? Let's try this. ADB. What was the command? ADB shell am help. Have you started using Perplexity AI? If not, check it out. I use it. Yes, we can use Perplexity. Yeah, let's use Perplexity just for the sake of. We'll copy this, launch Perplexity. I think it's E. I think it's just E. Let's use E. It's not EI. Let's use E. And the number of interceptors will be 0 first. Okay. And wait. Did I press the run button? I think I did. Yeah, I don't. Do you use the? Did you try the premium version of Perplexity, or you're also using the free version? Number of interceptors, add interceptors again and again. Okay. Free only. Yeah. Anyone tried any other? Like I have like 9 or 11 viewers in here. Anyone tried Perplexity Pro? And what's your opinion about that? Cool. We have this thing. Let's try to run our app and see if we have any. Yeah, our app crashed. Obviously, our app crashed. Why is that? Package mine. Why did you crash? Number of interceptors not found. All right. Why is that? Did I use the right key? Launch flags. I think that we have the correct flag. Launch flags. Can we add some other interceptors as well? This feels like a bias interceptor. We can make our bad interceptor worse. But let's try to make things work first. We will have run blocking and all those things in the interceptor. Now the interceptor, it's not like I'm checking how we should test interceptor. Sorry, how we should write the interceptor and what are the things we shouldn't do with interceptor. I'm just testing if the number of interceptors actually matters or not. For that, I think it's fine. Like we can have like a run blocking or things like that in the bad interceptor, and we can try that. Yeah. Now let's fix this thing. The flag, I think it was wrong. I think start. I think should give us a help. No, ADB shell am should give the help over here. Yeah, so extra key, extra string value, EI is the extra int. I should have just on my gut feeling. Yeah, let's try this. Let's run this. EI double dash. Yeah, thanks man Funky Firefly, thank you. Yeah, now I think we have the number of interceptors coming in. And how much time does it take to finish an API call? We'll look for the time took. It took around 851 millisecond. Okay. Now, how's the loop? Oh, our UI is fucked up. We need a column. Okay. Yes. We have the result now, and let's try to change the number of interceptors in here. Let's push that to 1,000. Let's run this. Okay. And we will see. That was the previous one with the 1,000 interceptors. How much time does it take? Oh, it crashed. Why? Why it crashed? Oh, string cannot be converted. I think our API failed for some reason. I think it couldn't handle that much of headers, I guess. We need, I think the result shouldn't matter. We shouldn't rely on the result. Oh wait, we need an API. Yeah, let's log the response. Yeah, let's do one thing. Let's not log the response. Rather, let's use Charles. No, Charles won't be doing anything good here. We need an API that can accept n number of header. I am going to try HTTP toolkit. What is HTTP toolkit? What is that? Intercept, view all HTTP mock endpoints and server rewrite. I don't want to use any interceptors. That will, I think, disturb the benchmark. I'm not sure. I don't want to use that right now. Right now, I need an API that can. Let's reduce the number first. Let's try do that. Okay, 1,000 is too much for any servers to handle, I guess. Yeah, same like Charles. How about now? Okay, 10 headers it accepted, but what was the number? 869. I don't see any difference. Like 10 headers, I don't know if it is going to show significant difference, but 100, how about now? So this is, yeah, we have the 100. The time actually increases. Okay. This is because they are just a map of headers. Yes, but I have one question here. Can HTTP request has to have multiple headers with same key? No, right? But I read something in Perplexity today. If you have like multiple headers, like let's see this. Yes, HTTP request can have multiple headers with the same key. According to the HTTP specification, multiple message header fields with the same field name may be present in a message, and if and only if the entire field value of that header field is defined as a comma separate list. I need to understand if it's because of that number of headers, or if it's because of the, it gets overwritten. I think I also thought the same thing, but I read this today. I'm not sure if where this is coming from. Very sad. Very sad. Where is? Very good. Where? Yeah. Where is this coming from? It's coming from a set more than one HTTP with the same name. Okay. Set cookie. Yeah. I don't know if we are talking about the same thing. As you're looking for use case, maybe accept would be a valid one. Yeah, I think header can have. I need to check if it's the number of headers or the number of interceptors. Okay. Let's see the request and response for the source of truth. Agreed. For that we need an HTTP network interceptor. I'm going to go with Charles because Charles is my favorite boy. Let me pull it up. Okay. Yeah. Let's what's my local IP? 137. And you probably are on the 5G one. Let's connect. This Redmi device is super lazy here. If you are connected to one network, it takes a ton of time to show the rest of the networks. It's like you already have one network, why do you need more networks? Come on, show me. Come on. Why are you testing my patience? Show me. Yeah, show me. Rhea, why this is not showing? I think I don't have that network in here. I think I'll add it manually. TA64 5G and the password. The password is super secure. And what was the password? It's simple password. Anybody can come to my home and get my password. Now Xiaomi is like, you already have a good connection. I don't want you to connect to the any other one. I think I need to forget this connection first. Disconnect. Now show me. Come on, bro. Oh my god, TA64, that's the name, right? Yeah. Auto connect is on. Where is the connect button? Oh dude, come on. I worked on settings Wi-Fi page, not a great experience. This is too much, man. No, forget about this Wi-Fi, dear. Forget about this. Try some other third-party app. Use ADB as usual. What do you mean by ADB as usual? Is it 5 GHz compatible device? I think so. I don't know much about these Wi-Fi networks and all. Sometimes Xiaomi cheap out on network ban. Oh, Should I check my Wi-Fi preference, or is there anything else I need to do? I think that's why, probably that's why. Now what we can do is, how do I do this? Can I switch my network and my stream will be fine? I'm switching my connection. You will see ADB shells command Wi-Fi connect WPA QWERTY, something like. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. It's just a simple thing. I'm switching my PC to the second one. You will see me Am I audible? Am I audible? I hope. Oopsie doopsie. Yeah, you're back. Great. We are on new network. Cool. Did it change my IP? We can hear you. Okay. Is this cam is visible or not? I hope it's visible. How is that? How that's working? I don't want to know. Yeah, I think it should be working. Yeah, 137. Yes, all good. Everything looks good. Let's get this thing. Where is our advanced settings? Proxy manual. Yeah, 137. Was that 888? Yeah, that was 8888, I guess. Okay. Now, at least they are on the same local. Probably. I don't know much about this Wi-Fi thing here. I don't want to know. I have enough problems already. Now, first question: is it connected or not? How do I know? We will know when we fire this network call. Okay, it's working. Now we should call. We should see our yes. That's not our. Oh, is that it? API.msn. Is that the API? No, right? No. Where is our actual API? So it's independent of network band. Again, I don't want to go there. How do I pronounce your name? The Maharsh Patel? The Maharsh Patel? I'm going to call you Patel. Cool. Why our network request is not present in here now? Why is that? We have this connected. I think I have the certificate also installed. Then what else? You may need to configure browser application trust Charles root certificate. Probably my certificate got expired. Maharsh. Cool. We are going to integrate Chakkar. I think that will be easier. And Chakkar is an interceptor itself, and that I don't want to use. I don't want to add anything else on my interceptor. We can maybe log it in console and continue with the benchmark. We can log, but how do we know? Like, I want to see the actual network payload. If we need to log, we need another interceptor basically to understand what's in the final request, and that we need to do on the final interceptor. This is getting complicated. We'll do it the Charles way. Saves Charles certificate. Okay, then Chakkar looks good. Chakkar is an interceptor again, right? I don't want to add another interceptor. I want to keep the interceptor part clean to test interceptors. Install Charles root certificate. Install Charles in mobile device or remote browser. Yes. Settings certificate settings enable Charles. Configure device to use Charles as HTTP proxy and then browse to CHLS Pro SSL. What is this? CHL view. I need a simple deep link. Yeah. chls.pro/SSL. Yes. Yes. Okay. Downloads just now. Okay, we have the certificate and we need to add it to what? Trusted certificates or not? Trusted certificates, or what do you call it? Certificates. Yes, certificate management app. Install a certificate, see a certificate. Install anyway. Charles, 1:45 p.m. Yeah. VPN and app certificate, go for it. If you don't know what that is, ignore it. Wi-Fi certificate. Oh, it's my cert. Okay. And now I think tester credential, display trusted CA certificates. Do we have Charles certificate in here? Don't want to know that. Trusted credentials. Encrypted phone. I think we are good now. We should be good now. Is there anything else we need to do to? Yeah, now we have the traffics visible. Okay, where is our app? See, it's this easy, I guess. We need to focus on one particular. What happened in there? Oh my god. Tested anchor. I think is there HTTP one available, or is it going to get redirected to? Let's try with HTTP one. The app crashed again. This must be the clear text wala thingy. Whoa, what is this? SSL handshake. Okay. How do we see the HTTPS traffic in our app? We use the. Have you guys watched Silicon Valley TV show? Yes, I'm a big fan of Silicon Valley. Clear test traffic true. How do we see the HTTPS request in Charles? It should be visible, right? Let's focus on focused host. One I need to add is, what is our API host? Rick and Morty. Okay, protocol HTTPS or protocol anything. Okay, port anything. Okay. Okay, let's launch the app. Anu, did you start watching it? Start network call. It crashed again. Why is that? Why did you crash? Certificate issue. Trusted anchor certificate not found. Do we need to? Is it not possible? I watched it twice. My fav too. Who's your favorite character? Intercept SSL, sorry, HTTPS traffic in Charles. Android. How do we do this? This is not. How do we do this? Guilfoyle, great. I'm a Jing Yang fan. Jing Yang fan. Say Charles PM. Yes, I have this done. I also have this. Oh, I think I need root permission to see HTTPS. Verify certificate settings API and oh my god, I won't be able to see HTTPS. Charles not showing HTTPS traffic. Is it possible for anyone else using VPN? Charles must be turned on before VPN security. QT VPN, I was confused almost 1 year later. Upset I cannot record my own Mac. Okay, I don't think that's the issue, but let me try this one more time. No interceptors found. Good. Backfired. Is this workplace laptop? No. Yes, you may disable SSL pinning. How do I disable SSL pinning? Should I just remove? I think it used to work. I don't know. I remember Did you enable Mac OS X proxy? Did I enable Mac OS X proxy? No. This is not working. I need something very simple. Boys, help me out. How do we make this work? Charles SSL traffic intercept. Yeah, mobile clients. Yes, this is what we need. We have SSL proxy settings. Identify your IP. Yes, we know this. We have the root certificate installed. We have the IP mentioned. We have this. Configure your iOS device. Configure net options complete. Charles, you are now equipped to record SSL traffic for fuel phone. The adventure has empowered. What is this? It is supposed to work. Why this is not working? Let me relaunch Charles Bro again. Let me fire the API call again. I think we need a custom HTTP, a custom rule kind of thing. Yeah, I remember something like that. Yeah, this is going to fail. Yeah, SSL handshake. Disable SSL handshake. Disable. There was one solution which involves modifying an XML file. I got my hands there praying the code just starts magically working, to be honest. Can't help more than that. Yeah, this is not code issue, this is my issue. I don't know how to intercept SSL traffic in Charles. Is it even possible? It should be possible. I think I need to visit one of my Confluence doc, not mine. I remember someone was talking about this. Debug SSL traffic Android. think, give me a second, boys. Give me a second. I need to check few things. I need to check my chat histories where I discussed this like a couple of months ago about with someone. I can't find it. I can't find it. For some reason, I can't find it. Can you try on other public API with HTTP access available? Yeah. We will check that. APIs public. Collective list of free APIs. Let's go. You can also suggest if you know any HTTP APIs. Okay. HTTPS, yes. Window, no. Yes. Anime database. HTTPS. We need something very. Don't tell me this is XML now. Is this XML only? Where is JSON? Yeah. Wait, let me hit this. I think I need a password or what is this? No, I need public. Does it need API key? Yes. Anybody can suggest any HTTP APIs? Let's hit this. Client version missing or invalid. This is too much, bro. This is too much. I need something. I think color mind. Color scheme generator. Yeah, I think we have what we need. Well. Empty body. Now you should have a get. Okay, wait. This should be working. Yes. Let's go, guys. You can use API challenge here. It will return back what you send to it. This is interesting. It will send you back as HTTP request. Now that we are here, I think we can just go with this. Oh my god. Go. And this will probably fail in here. We are not going to. We are just going to get the result. Get JSON object, and this should be a result. I think we have it. Let's see. Why did you crash? It's not a JSON. Why it's not a JSON? Why are you not a JSON? It's a plain get request, bro. Wait, what did you? Your processor request that the server could not understand. It's a get request. What do you need? What else do you need? Should I mention the method? Just put to string, not JSON object. Yeah. Let's do that. Oh my god. Sorry guys. We will rely on the string. I thought I'll have some good demo to show, but this thing is not allowing me to do this. Bye JSON. The number of request field exceeds the server's limit. What does that even mean? Yeah, I think I know the issue. I think it's happening because we have an interceptor which adds like multiple headers and the server failed. I think it will fail for this one also. Yeah. I think we made a really bad interceptor. I think this will also crash the app. It didn't crash the app. Why? Oh, it's a JSON request, by the way. Yeah, fine. Let's look at the time took. How many requests we are passing? We are passing 100, right? Now let's look at the Charles. Now the search menu items. Time to change the intercept log. Yeah. Now one more thing. Raycast mein, I don't know if you guys use Raycast. Raycast there is a useful feature called search menu items. This will search the menu items in the currently focused program. So if you are in a big program and you don't know which menu is in which menu, which menu item is in a which toolbar menu, you can search this. Currently I'm going for the focused host. And what was our API name? This one, right? Protocol is this thing, protocol star, port star. Okay, okay, we got a 400. Now the request, this is what, see, we have our headers added. Can we log that too? What do you want to log? What do you want me to log? Our headers are added. I think we should stop adding header values. I think that's kind of having a different effect on this. We'll simply, what do we do with this? Count of interceptor along with the time. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that, boss. Time took. I'm going to iCount will be interceptor count, and I need to make this as a property. Yes, this will be late init one, and this primitive types can't be late init. Understood, whatever you say, compiler. Where is, yeah, I count. Let's print the number of interceptors also. Now let's I think this actually kinda affecting that, like the header logic. Should we add this? We shouldn't, I guess. This obviously will increase the header time, like request time, and we don't want to do that. We'll check with a simple interceptor. It's just an interceptor. It just intercepts and pass it to the chain. Yeah, this is the previous one. Let's make this. This took 100 requests, 880. We'll fire it again. I think this is going to take more than, it won't go into fire again because of that launched effect. All right, I think we need to do one more thing. Once the request is here, we need to make this to false again, okay, so that we can fire it one more time. Let's run it again. Okay, start. It was called 773 728 742 671 I think some caching, I don't know if some caching involved in but with the server, I don't know. 745. Now let's increase the number to something like 1000. You see, the advantage with macro benchmark is that you don't have to calculate the average and all those things. You can just simply run your test and look at the numbers, and that's what the beauty of that macro benchmark framework. We will use that, but for now, for the manual testing, if things are working fine, if our constructors are working fine, let's verify that first. Yeah, this one took 884 first, and then 744, then 674. I don't see much difference with this code. Let's try with header value as standard number to invalidate the caching. Yeah, let's. But the problem with that approach is we are adding n number of headers, right? We are yeah, we'll do one thing. We will add a param with each request. How about that? This should invalidate that, yeah? URL should invalidate, correct? I don't see any difference with the number of interceptors. So this one is with 1000. Okay. Did we do anything in the interceptor? No, right? Yeah. Now let's reduce this count to 100. It's too low. Let's go with 10. Okay. This is 1000, and with 100, I don't see any difference in execution time. But we can do one thing in here. We can do one thing. I mean, even if we do this, even if you write that benchmark, I think we will get the same result, I guess. I don't see major difference, like 1000 to 10, I don't see any major difference. It's still around 1500 ms. Sure, but wanted to do some kind of work in Interceptor, because in real apps we have about 15 Interceptor doing a lot of heavy work like caching, compressing, user ID, multi-DNS, responsive. Right. We can have, what do you want to add? I can add a run blocking. I can add a thread.sleep, like run blocking sleep in here. Let's add a like 300 ms. Wait, fake bad interceptor tasks by blocking the thread. Okay, so it'll be thread.sleep. It should be, yeah. Wait. Which function is this? Sleep, I think, comes from coroutine score. Use delay. Yeah, delay is not available because we don't have coroutine score. Let me install coroutines. Yeah. Now we should have the delay. Do we have? Bro, where are you, bro? Come on. Where are you? Why we don't have delay in here? Why? Why? Oh wait, it's not sleep, it's delay, right? Dumb me. Stupid me. Where is this coming from? This is core JVM, man. Okay. Thread do dot sleep also works. Thread dot sleep works, but yeah, I don't want to do that. Well, let's execute this first. So that's 2.6 seconds, 2.3, 2.6 again, 2.4, and one more, 2.6. All right, now let's go for 1000. With 1000, the same code takes more than that. Where are we? I think it obviously going to take more time. The interceptor is going to render one by one. Since number of interceptor is 1000, it is going to take 1000. Yeah, they run in sequence. Yes. Yeah, I think the conclusion here is number of interceptors doesn't matter. What matters is the task you do inside the interceptor. Okay, just because you have 1000 interceptors doesn't mean that your network is going to be slow. It's just that it's the work you're doing inside the interceptor. Yes, that's the conclusion, which is video decided. I just wanted to test this. I read somewhere that the number of interceptors matter today. That's why I jumped into this benchmarking thingy. I think at this point I don't think we need to continue working on this interceptor. We already know the result. We can stop it here. Right, there we go, our API request, which took how many milliseconds? How many milliseconds is this? 103 seconds. That's more like 1.7 minutes. Yeah, which is kind of makes sense. What else do we want to benchmark? I have few benchmark ideas. Yeah, we can run few things. We have a Lottie version. Yeah, picked up new stuff as usual. Thanks, sure man. Yeah, we'll pick this up in the next stream. Maybe like we can benchmark Lottie versions like 6. I heard that Lottie 6 meant there was like major change which will give us like performance improvements. But yeah, we can benchmark this in a separate stream, I guess. What else? I think that's about it. It's 2:15. It's sleep time. Let's go sleep, and then we'll come up with a separate stream benchmarking different stuff, I guess. Can you share the most favorite tool you can't live without for Android dev? Currently, it's not specific to Android development, but it's Raycast. I use Raycast like a lot. But other than that, I would say the tool will be what else? I think that's like I think I use the tools within plugins. Yeah, plugins for Raycast. Yeah, that's a good question. I use this toggle window a lot for to-do list. When I start my day, I usually open this toggle list and add the to-dos and everything in there. Other than that, yeah, there is a ChatGPT extension where you can have a custom extension, custom action refine. You can set a shortcut to this. For example, let's say I'll copy paste some message from the chat and I'll paste it in here. And wait, let's make this off wrap. And if I want to make it more readable, I have a shortcut to do this. The shortcut is Command Shift this semicolon, and it will rewrite that in a more structured way. And if I command enter this, it will replace the selected text with that one. You can have any prompt. This is just one of them. That's I have few OpenAI credits. I'm using the OpenAI API for that. I found one thing. Yeah, GPT API is needed. I found one thing. I used ChatGPT 4. I took the premium subscription, and I realized that buying the credits is more profitable, like more cheaper than going for the subscription. Like if you have the OpenAI credits and you can use the OpenAI API directly, you don't have to pay per month. You can use something like API, or you can build yourself something like ChatGPT which accepts your API key and use that. I think that will be more cheaper. I think there are tools also for this. I don't remember the tool name. It's Typing Mind. Yeah, it's Typing Mind. I think yes, Typing Mind accepts API keys, and then you can use that key to use the different models of GPT, and then yeah. But this also, I think this is a paid version. Few things are free, but I think it's a one-time. Yeah, it's a one-time thing, $40. But since if you want to build, I was thinking of building something like this, but hosting it in GitHub pages, something like cheap GPT, where you can just build the same UI as ChatGPT, but you will be prompted with, when you enter the website, you will be prompted with giving the API key, and from that point it will use the API key, and you can actually select params like the length and all those on the right side. That's something that I want to build, but I haven't seen that much problem right now with using the free version. But when I see the need, I think I'll develop that. But if you want to develop that, you are free to also just start it, open source something. Yeah. Search menu items releases, more like that. Yeah, more like that. I'm not sure if clipboard history, you already know, right? You can have multiple clipboard items, and you can have pinned clipboard items and all those things. Confluence, I don't know if this will be useful for you. This extension will let you search your Confluence doc, and similar to that, there is a Jira extension also, which will help you create Jira tickets right from the Raycast window. I won't be able to show those right now, which it will have my office stuff. I can't show you that. Then what else? That's the Jira one. There's a kill process one, which will help you kill process easily.
then publicity and all those. I think the way you should use this is you should go to the store and explore it from there. They have like featured trending sections. I find these extensions from there, and also from the Reka's YouTube channel, where they have conversation with developers and they show off their Reka's extensions and the stuff they use. I get most of the things from there. Apart from that, I think I use these things mostly. Then there is a timer wala extensions, which will give some more like an alarm thing, stuff like this. But I don't know if this is going to be useful for you. These are things I use. Go for the store and go for the featured one, try the featured one, try the trending one. Mostly it's good, and see what you need and then install that. Yeah, cool. Now I think it's time to end the stream. I'll see you again with something better. We'll do some benchmarking and all those performance stuff in upcoming streams. Until then, I'm signing off. Bye guys, thanks for tuning in. See you again later.